Okay, pre-algebra, I have 3 examples here for you tonight. I do not have a copy of the worksheet with me at home, so I'm hoping that this is enough for you. If you have any questions, if there's any other kinds that you need me to do an example of, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to do another one. We'll start with the first one up here, the 1/6x plus 3. Remember that the fraction ones are really just kind of like the ones where we are dividing, because what we need to do to get rid of the fraction is to multiply by the reciprocal. But the first thing you have to do with this one is you have to get rid of the plus 3. So we're going to get rid of that by subtracting 3. So I'll cancel that out, and I'll come over here and I'll write minus 3 under here. And remember that it's negative 2 minus 3, so the signs are the same. So we're going to add and keep the same sign. So we end up with negative 5. So we have 1/6x, I really didn't give myself enough room here, did I? Equals negative 5. And I get rid of the 1/6 by multiplying by 6 over 1. And so that would cancel like that. These are obviously ones, and you're left with an x. And then since I multiplied by 6 over 1, I need to do that right here. 6 over 1, or just 6, and that equals negative 30. That did remind me that there are some at the very top that don't even have the second step with it, or really what we're doing is the first step, like that negative 5. So you might have one that says 1/5 x equals 12. Here you're just going to start off by doing the reciprocal, multiplying by the reciprocal. So which cancel that out, leaves you with x, multiply by 5 over here, and that would give you 60. So you're going to have some like that at the top that all you have to do is multiply by the reciprocal. But if something is being added or subtracted, like on this one where you've got a minus 5, you need to get rid of it first. So to get rid of that minus 5, we're going to do the opposite, which is plus 5. I think some of you are not quite doing that. You need to make sure you always do the opposite of whatever is happening to the number. So that would make that a 0. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write plus 5, and I'll get 15. I bring down, move this up, bring down my 3/5 x, make it equal to 15, and then I'm going to multiply that by the reciprocal, which would be 5 over 3. That cancels, and then over here we'd multiply by 5 over 3. These are all ones, by the way, and I'm just left with an x. I need to put that 15 over 1, cancel my 3 and my 15, that's a 1, and that's a 5, and now I'm just going to multiply 5 times 5. So my x equals 25, and that's my answer. On my next one here, the first thing I'm going to do again is get rid of that minus 4, so I'm going to say plus 4, and that would cancel that out, make that 0. So I'm going to write plus 4 under the minus 6, and negative 6 plus 4, since the signs are different, we subtract, and that's 2. 6 is bigger than 4, so we need to keep 6's sign, so it's negative 2. Okay, and then we'd have 2/3 x over here. So now what we need to do is we need to multiply by the reciprocal. So we're going to multiply by 3 over 2. Cancel, 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 cancel. Leaves me with just my x over here. Over here I'm going to multiply by 3 over 2. So go ahead and put your 2 over the 1. Cancel the 2's like that. Now notice that that negative is still there. So when we multiply, it's like we're multiplying negative 1 times 3. So our answer is negative 3. And that's all the examples I have. Yep. So if you have any other questions, be sure to send me an email, and I will. Oh, I'm getting a notice that I need to blog, and I am already doing it. Anyway, if you have any questions, just send me an email. You know I'd be happy to help you. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.